Wow. So when we're feeding kids junk food, I think some of the biggest problems are that we disrupt the microbiome, the good, bad bacteria balance in the gut, which leads to things like sleep disturbance, obesity, inflammation. So we have onset of chronic illness a lot sooner. Um, certainly, we create bad overall habits because everybody I know who eats junk food knows it's actually junk food, and so now it's an act of personal disrespect if you chronically do it too. So we're teaching them to not care. So I think that's another piece that's potentially a big deal. But I think as kids are growing, we have, there's growing pains and these other things. Well, why make that worse with the inflammation from the sugars? And certainly we can create things like diabetes and stuff, which we're seeing rampant. But and then obesity itself has become epidemic because of the use of processed foods and junk foods these days.
Yeah.
And I think with the problem there is we see further changes in the gut microbiome, and we see increases in autoimmunity and autoimmune disorders. And it becomes this downward spiral of things. Like that, once the one domino goes, it's just, you go and you look at your child when they're in their 50s and 60s having heart attacks, diabetes, their joints are hurting. And the one that hits home with me is Alzheimer's, and a lot of people are worried about dementia, and it starts early. Alzheimer's is, some people consider type 3 diabetes. It has a lot to do with our lack of insulin sensitivity, and also the dysregulation of our sleep that occurs when we have lots of sugars and junk foods, partially through the sugar itself and partially through the changes in the microbiome. So, I mean, if you care about your heart health, your brain health, your gut health, and your joints, or those of your child, that's a place that you probably want to start cutting back on junk food. The short-term effects are better sleep, being nicer people to your parents now, and getting better grades, as well as better sports performance. So that's good for the short run, because I know that's important to all of us. But the long-term benefits are, improved cognition, improved, longevity, less healthcare problems. Don't even worry. I mean, the cost of long-term healthcare these days is getting worse and worse, but it's more, to me, it's like the opportunity cost lost, if we're eating bad food. So when we eat really good food, we have this opportunity to live a wonderful life and have more vitality, better recovery, our joints and muscles feel better, so we can go out and do more cool things. Because I know that my parents, all they want me to do is go out and do what I want to do. They want me to have as much fun, good fun, and go out and meet new people and go travel and just do things that I want to do. And when we eat healthy food, you have better ideas, you feel better about yourself, you make a difference in the world, and you can accomplish all of these goals. They're going to learn how to have fun. They're going to learn how to not take themselves too seriously. And while doing those two things, they're going to find really good tips for creating a better relationship with their children and improving both their own and their child's relationships with food. Well, I think people should sign up and attend the summit, because the children are the future of our planet. And we see, for me, I've always found that the best way to make a change is to provide the children of the world the resources to do it. And I've already in my lifetime seen, training children or providing children the opportunity to love the outdoors has started to make a huge change. And the places that I've worked and the people I've trained are already changing within my lifetime. So if we come and we watch all these different interviews, we see the practitioners who are making a difference now, you're going to be able to find the thing that motivates you, because all you need is one tip. One tip can make all the difference. So you're going to have a whole bunch of different information to go through. You're going to find the one or two things that works for your family, your kids, and then you're going to see your kids are going to be making changes at home that are going to make your life easier, their life easier, and then you're going to be, see how that's going to even double and triple and move out in a ripple effect to their friends and the people around you. So, you know, I just think there's no substitute for having a lot of options and trying some cool things out, because you're going to find one that works for your family.